how can we intimately relate to an invisible God and truly feel His presence? As I mentioned before, the more you do mitzvot and connect to the mitzvot, to the actions, and also see Hashem's kindness in everything that you do, the more you see Hashem's kindness in everything that you do, the more you see that Hashem in your life, the more you're going to fall in love with Him. For example, there is a person that can eat. Okay, so they can eat, and they take an apple, they bite an apple, and they say, oh no, I'm a Jew, so I'll do a blessing before I eat the apple. Chazak u'baruch, he did a blessing. Great. Does that mean you connect to Hashem? No, not really. You blessed Hashem, thank you very much, but it's not really, you didn't connect to Hashem. Why? What's connected to Hashem? What's connected to Hashem? Eating an apple. Eating an apple. First of all, think about this. You eat the apple, automatically, as soon as you bite into the apple, or anything else that you bite to, there's a flavor. And that flavor is a good flavor. What if Hashem said, you know what, let's make the food of people the same thing like the food of the snake. What's the curse of the snake? Everything tastes the same to them. Whether they eat a rat, or they eat a cat, or they eat a apple, or they eat anything. Everything tastes the same to them. Everything is dust. That's the curse. That's the biggest curse in the world. You can eat everything but enjoy nothing. So imagine, if HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't love us, and not only didn't put taste in everything, but He put different taste in everything. Imagine what if He would have put the same taste for everything. The apple, the cat, the rat, everything tastes the same. It's a curse. But instead Hashem made everything taste different. And not only different, it's good. It's a different type of good. This is sweet, this is sour, this is spicy, this is that. Hashem, everything. But it's not only that. What if everything was great? What if all the apples were great? What if all the steaks were great? Everything was great. Hashem loved us so much, He also wanted us to look and enjoy our food, the way it looks, the way it's prepared, and how beautiful it is. Why? Because the look of it gives us an indication of how it tastes. The look of it gives us an indication of how it tastes. Better yet, that's not enough. Not just the look of the food, not just the taste of the food, but the way it smells. Why? The smell is a preparation of how it tastes, how it's going to affect you. You could smell the spice. You could smell different things. And also different warmth. Hot, cold. Some food you could have hot. Some food you could have cold. Some food, if you have it hot or cold, it's not good. If it's hot, it's not good. If it's cold, it's not good. So the point, Hashem toiled. In essence, exerted effort. Not that Hashem has limitations, but in essence, Hashem toiled in order to make this world beautiful. The food beautiful, the environment beautiful. And for what? For you. For you. Meaning that there's no matter what you do, you can bless the apple 4,000 times, which you're not allowed to. But let's say you can bless the apple 4,000 times, you will never be able to pay back Hashem what He gave you, even in a single minute. Even a single apple that He gave you, a single piece of meal that He gave you, the amount of toil that went into producing that food to feed you one time, your whole life you cannot pay Him back for it. Your whole life. But He says, not only did I do all of that, not only you say a blessing, that's a payment. So not only did He do more than you can pay Him back, but He even tells you and gives you the feeling that as if you paid Him back. Wow, by saying a blessing. So the more you see HaKadosh Baruch Hu in His creation, you realize how much love He exerted into the world, and the more you feel bad about not doing His will. Imagine, now you know all of this, and you still don't bless Him. You still don't say thank you for the food. What kind of ungrateful person that person is. Understand? So that's what happens in the world, is that people enjoy the good that Hashem gives them, but not only they don't say thank you, they go against Him. Hashem gives the money, and they use it to go against Him. You understand? So the more you see Hashem in your life, in the creation, in your work, everything, the more you're going to fall in love with Hashem, the more you're going to intimately connect with Hashem. You're going to intimately connect with Hashem. Just think about the wife that you have, the kids that you have, the husband you have, the job, the food, the vision, the hearing, the speech, the taste, all the different things you have in your world. I mean, literally, if you calculate all the things you benefited from within the first hour of your day, forget about your whole day. Within the first hour of the day, you can fill up a whole book. Fill up a whole book. If you really analyze all the things you're benefiting from, a whole book you can fill up with the first hour of your day. Because you have to think about it deeply. Oh, the apple, it's not just that Hashem made sure that it's green, or it's red if you like it, or it's yellow. No, He made sure it tastes a certain way. And on top of it, he makes sure that it's crisp or it's soft, depending on what you like. And he made sure, not only that, made sure that it's fresh. Not only that, he made sure it's on my desk. Oh, how did he get on my desk? It had to be some farmer had to plant a seed, to think about going to plant a seed somewhere in the middle of America, in the middle of nowhere over there. He's planting a seed. Why? Because he wants to grow apples. Why? Because he wants to sell the apples. Why? It's because he wants to make money. Why? Because he could buy more tractors. Why? Because he wants to build more farms and more houses and so on. Okay, so he's going to make it out of apples. He plants a seed. But it's not just planting a seed. He has to make sure the seed has enough sufficient water, has the nice fertilizer, and so on and so forth. And he has the people that are working for him and can actually go out there and collect the apples when the time comes. And not only collect the apples, you have to make sure you have the right machines. And not only the right machines, you have to have the right amount of gasoline, the right type of gasoline, and the right type of employee maneuvering the machine and the gasoline. And on top of that, after you put it, you have to have somebody manufacture the bags or the sacks that you're going to use to gather all the apples. And on top of that, you have to make sure somebody produces the ink that's going to go on the sack. The sack itself, you have to make sure the sack doesn't say bananas, it says apples. And on top of that, somebody needs to want to buy these apples, because you can't just take the apples from the farm and sell it to the whole world. Not everything is farmer's market. You have to make sure somebody wants to produce it to taste it. But now, how are you going to make sure that these apples survive getting to your table? That may be weeks or months later. So somebody has to think of, let's preservatives. Let's make some type of preservative that they can dip the apple in order to make sure it's preserved and it doesn't go bad faster. So it can last the whole journey. So somebody has to think, some scientist, some clever scientist has to think about not only that, but think about you and your house. So he has to make it, and somehow somebody has to market this new chemical that he makes to the farmer, to the guy that's buying from the farmer, to dip it, and on top of it, has to make the boxes. Somebody has to make the boxes, cut the wood, has all the woodsmen to make the wood, to make sure that there's boxes for the apples. And on top of that, you have to put it, you're not going to sell it in boxes, you have to sell it in little plastic. So somebody has to go dig into the ground, get some oil, get some stuff to make the plastic. Why? Because you need the plastic in order to put the apples. And on top of it, you have to make stickers. Somebody has to get some trees in order to get the wood from it so you can make some stickers. And you have to get some other chemicals to make the glue. And the ink. Again, we're back to the same ink. And you have the apples. But you can't just make one apple, one back. No, you need 4. So somebody has to have the clever design, how to make it pretty with 4. And then sell it to Walmart, sell it to Winn-Dixie, sell it to all these different companies. Bottom line is, by the time it got to you, thousands of people were involved. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu did all of it. He gave every single one of them the desire to do what they do, the brain power to do what they do, the financial means to do what they do. Everything HaKadosh Baruch Hu did. For what? So you could eat an apple. The more you understand how much HaKadosh Baruch Hu did for you during the first hour of your day, the more you're going to be able to fall in love with Him for the rest of your day. Beseder Rabotai Karim, I appreciate you learning with me. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu bless each and every single one of you with the insight, the ability to fall in love with Him by simply seeing the world as clear as you possibly can, by seeing all the good that He gives you. Even if that good sometimes is painful, even if that good sometimes is confusing, even if that good looks bad. Remember, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is monitoring everything. Listen to the instructions of the Geonim, the genius rabbis, the Gaon Vilna, the sages of this generation, the sages of previous generations, people that have real Yirat Shamayim. Listen to them. Why? HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent them to your life in order to save you. Save you from yourself, save you from Satan, save you from desires, save you from the enemy, save you. And He's been waiting for you to follow His advice for 3,330 years. Please do it. B'ezrat Hashem, you'll enjoy the rest of the week. Continue learning Torah, continue doing mitzvot, and the more and more you do it, the more and more you'll enjoy it, because the more and more you do it, the more and more you'll feel Hashem as a permanent fixture in your life, where it's not just I'm doing it because He said it, but rather I'm doing it because I want to do it, because I know that it brings Hashem nachat. What's giving Hashem nachat? Is that Hashem is good. He is good because He wants to give us good. And He is happy that He's able to give us good. When we learn Torah, when we do mitzvot, we feel good. And that makes Hashem happy that He's able to give us the good that He's giving us. That's what it means to give Hashem nachat. Giving Hashem nachat is not that He's lacking anything. He is perfect. But He gets pleasure that He's able to give us good. He gets pleasure that He gives us good. The fact that we are doing good allows Him to give us good. And He is happy that He's able to give us good. That's how good He is.